How y'all doing this week? You know, it's been a long time since I could sit back and say that I had not found a bunch of Malakas. So here I am again, and I'm going to tell y'all what, this week I found some real big Malakas. So we'll look at some national headlines, and I found where an email came to light this week from a Georgia Tech frat boy. And he had sent an email out to his buddies in the fraternity that told them how to be successful at parties. And more specifically, luring your rape bait. He went into great detail in this email as to how you should proceed to choose your target, get her drunk with excessive booze, and take advantage of her in very explicit detail. That's just sick, you know? You think that the fraternities are going to teach these young men to do charitable acts and get out there and they're going to go and they're going to become better people in society. And really, what we found through studies is that these men get together and self-justify and are 3 times more likely to commit rape than regular college-age men. Now, until the colleges take the time to enact some kind of sexual assault training, which they've shown is 40% more likely to get these men to stop committing sexual acts against the will of women, I have some advice for you ladies. Y'all remember, a guy like Stavros, he's a real Greek. And for all the Greek lettering that these little boys are holding at these frat houses, you know what they are? They steal a bunch of Malakas. So we look out there a little bit further and I found a girl named Nicole Maxine Passmore, 25 years old, got arrested for misdemeanor assault at the Masters Gentleman Club in Myrtle Beach. Apparently, there was a fellow there named Ernest Claddick, and he told the police that he was having a good time with his buddies while she come and approached him and tried to give him a lap dance. And she tried to dance on him not once, but 3 times to get the money off the table he had sitting in front of him. And he didn't want it. He said, "No, Miss Nicole, I don't want a lap dance from you." And finally, after the 3rd time, she looked at him and said, "Ooh, you have a sweet receding hairline, Mr. Ernest." And Ernest said, "Ooh, well guess what? You a snaggletooth bitch." Now I'm going to make you all a promise. It's bad enough you're going to go in a strip club, put the money on the table, and turn this girl away 3 times, but don't go so far to call her snaggletooth bitch. She beat the shit out of him. And this guy was so beat up when the cops got there, his eye was swollen. And they had to arrest little Miss Nicole Maxine. I'm going to make y'all a promise. This guy here ain't going to be at strip clubs for a while. He going to be at home, and Ernest's going to be a Malaka. So we get a little bit closer to home, and it seems that they have detected a brain-eating amoeba in the Louisiana parish water. And it was just a few weeks ago that they had found it in another parish. This is the 2nd parish with a brain-eating amoeba in it. And what they've done is they've decided they're going to flush the system with additional chlorine to kill the amoeba. And then they said, "Oh, you might notice the water's going to smell different and taste different. You think it might smell different and taste different?" They also advise you should definitely make sure that you don't get the water in your nose when you're taking a shower or getting out of the bathtub. Apparently, Jim Guidry said it can't affect you if it just goes in your stomach. He's the health guy in Louisiana. I think if I lived in Louisiana, I might just go buy a mask and snorkel to take a shower. I might start drinking Coca-Cola and get fat. I don't think I'd be doing anything with the water. There's a brain-eating amoeba in it. You know what I think? I think, Jimmy, you a Malaka. So I look out and I try to find some real Malakas for y'all like I did last week. And I'm going to tell y'all what, I found a good one this week. There was a guy named Steve Orville Clemens. He was 69 years old, and he went through the drive-thru at McDonald's with no pants on. And he was masturbating. You believe it? This guy was a full-fledged Malakas. And they say that, he went through and he ordered himself whatever he ordered and got to the window, and he was all excited, and the girl gives him his order, and he takes her hand and tries to make her touch his penis. It's bad enough that this guy is riding around with his old wrinkled up cock out, and he's whacking off all over the place, but then he tries to make the girl touch it. So he sped off and disappeared for a good 30 minutes while the poor girl called the police, and they finally found him at a gas station with a shirt over his cock and arrested him on a misdemeanor battery charge. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. Steve Orville Clemens, you a drive-ster-baiting Malaka. Here's one for my viewing audience. I know y'all love your cell phones. Everybody got the smartphones, everybody playing their games, everybody playing the Candy Crush saga. Well, back at the end of September, there was a boy named Justin Valdez that actually found his demise on a city train. And he was on the train, and nobody saw that there was a man in plain sight playing with a gun. He literally waved the gun around 3 times, itched his nose with it on camera, and then turned around and waved in the air looking for who he was going to shoot before he shot and killed Justin. And you know what all the people on the train were doing? They were playing Candy Crush Saga on their cell phones. They were playing games. You know, I'm going to have some advice for y'all. When you're out and about in public, so you don't do stupid shit like trip into fountains and walk out into traffic, put your phone up, because you know what y'all look like when y'all sit on a train next to a guy with a gun waving around shooting people? Y'all look like a bunch of Malakas.